think from the inception of Carbonica, we were able to prove that the three ecosystems can collaborate. And that has been the stepping stone for putting the project together. In this case, today, in the event in Skopje, I think we proved another thing, that we are relevant as a project for the stakeholders. We are relevant for the farmers, we are relevant for the policymakers. Academics paid a very good presence here today, but last but not least, the other funding agencies that are operating in the Republic of North Macedonia also are active. They are getting insights from our project, and we hope that in the future they will design interventions based on our results. This gives us more responsibility for the future activities. We need to come closer to the farming sector, we need to come closer to the practitioners and deliver tangible and easy to use results that will pave the way for adoption of carbon farming in the three countries, but in the southeastern Europe as a whole.
Carbonica, for the project that we gathered here in Skopje today, we will address all its three components: governance, science, and policy. It's by solving them within the structure of the project, we will be able in the coming year to have deliverables with new products, new branding of the products, and of course giving the opportunity to the agri-farming community to have a new product on carbon stocks in addition to sustainable agriculture development services. So looking forward in the coming months to really address and overcome barriers from science, from policy, and from governance issues to put in practice and implement carbon and stocks in agriculture and the agri-food sector.
Very interesting stakeholder event here today in Skopje. Very glad to participate as representative of the academia in the Carbonica project. The capacity building activities throughout the 4 years duration of the project, like exchange of staff, the Carbonica Academy, which is an e-learning platform, and other tools will bring the academia closer to the end users of the Carbonica project and build trust on the adoption of new techniques and methodologies like digital agricultural tools, and of course earth observation that can upscale from the farm level, which is the pilot sites in the 3 countries, to the local, national and European international level. Trust is one of the most important aspects of the communication between the 4 parts of the quadruple helix. And as I said, this will bring together academia, civil society, governance, and the business sector together towards achieving the goals of the Carbonica project and also the exploitation of the products after the project's lifetime.
My name is Yasmin Kavarnalieva and I'm coming from the USAID-funded EDGE project, which stands for Economic Development, Governance and Enterprise Growth. From my perspective and for donors' perspective, agriculture and food production have always been in the focus of the donors, especially now with in a couple of years earlier. The focus is put on more digitalization, not only in agriculture but in all sectors. So there is an interest on the side of the donors to support digitalization in many sectors, including in the agriculture. Carbon farming, which is in the focus of today's conference, is also very important. And it is a relatively new term, even for the European Union members, but also for the Western Balkan members. But that does not have to be an impediment for the Western Balkan to jump in and use the opportunities early on in this process. So, in my view, we are supporting the digitalization of the agriculture, and we have recognized AgFutura initiative and activities. So we have supported showcasing several digitization of 13 farms that we're doing together with another GIZ project called CEDRA2 and a USAID-funded project called Partnership for Economic Growth.
I think that today we succeeded in one very big step as part of the Carbonica project, and that is to organize a nice constructive dialogue among all stakeholders that contribute for the agro-food systems in all three countries that are involved in the project. The aim was to really understand the position, the needs, the gaps of all stakeholders. And we succeeded to capture something that is it's essential to set up the foundations of how Carbonica will proceed in the future, because the actual project now is getting in the most demanding stages of execution, and I think that these valuable inputs and conclusions will contribute a lot to really deliver what was promised from the project. A couple of, let's say, interesting conclusions that I think are important to emphasize, especially when it comes to implement a complex reform that is derived from the carbon policy, is that we need more capacities in this area, and there's going to be a significant challenge. And I think focus of governments, the academia, and also the donor society needs to be here to increase the absorption capacity for these kind of topics. In order to establish peer-to-peer system of transferring knowledge, piloting fields, living labs are essential and important, and everything needs to end up and be closed in two directions. One is to support the business community to adapt, to absorb these technologies and to find their economy in order to survive, and also the governments, to come up with proper measures and policies, combined stick and carrot, in order things to go further and to really make results. I think that Carbonica has strong capacity to make a change, at least to make a couple of steps further in order to get close to these carbon policies that are demanded from the European Union.